Let's take some questions from Jiu-Jitsu world in itself. We just heard the recent fight announcement that the Fight Pass Invitational, which is by the UFC Fight Pass, is coming back, and the main event is going to be newsflash: Craig Jones versus Felipe Pena. So, what do you think
Sick.
about that fire matchup?
Crazy, bro. That's a great matchup. I think they also trained together pretty decently in preparation for Felipe's match with Gordon.
Yeah.
So they'll be pretty familiar with each other's game. But I think it'll be a pretty classic top pressure. But that's interesting, bro, because Felipe's got a good guard. Maybe like not too many leg entries. So it'll be interesting to see how their guards play against each other.
He has leg entries, but he uses it to go to a sweeping position like X guard, not necessarily a heel hook
Right.
position.
Yeah.
Plus, he has good heel hook defense. We saw it against Gordon Ryan when he. But again, Craig is a guy who has too many tricks up his sleeve when it comes to leg locking or
Yeah.
any other position in general. What I would love to see is Craig playing the top game this time, especially the wrestling part, because he has been working on that for so long.
Yeah.
So him versus, and I guess Felipe won't be the one to immediately pull guard in this one because he's also a decent enough wrestler where he can nullify a lot of things from the top.
Gordon and Felipe are on the feet for like 30, 20
Yeah.
minutes, bro. Yeah.
And he has good single legs, very underrated wrestling from standing position, and also good Kimura game. So if you shoot single on him, I remember a match against Busesha in that same 2017 ADCC where he won the absolute. He got him in a Kimura trap when Bushesha shot for a single.
Yeah.
And then he reversed it from there. Even against Yuri, he did a good job initially.
And he actually has this pretty good omoplata sweep that he used against Nick Rodriguez.
Yes.
So he got him in an omoplata, forced the roll, and used that to get on top. So that's a pretty awesome. Like I love using that sweep as well. Like he used the omoplata, not necessarily for submission, but to
just
get top
a
position.
sweep, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an interesting battle. And who do you pick?
Yeah, that's a pretty tough one. If I had to pick, I would probably pick Craig, just because of how, like you said, well rounded he is, and he's added that top half guard pressure. Like we get a lot of our content from Craig, like like
100%.
the B team guys, and he rolls with all those guys. I just wonder how Felipe would deal with that like varied game where it's like he's got top pressure, he could always fall back on the legs. So I think Craig's just got too many tricks, but obviously Felipe is a beast. So it's gonna be just a good match, bro.
I think I'll go with Felipe because number one thing that Craig's cardio is always sus. So I think Felipe, if he pushes the pace in standing, first of all, it might just turn out to be a very very boring stand-up fight as we saw in Craig versus Pedro Marinho, if you remember WNO. But I think that if it goes to the ground, Felipe will have advantage from the guard. He's not going to be easily leg locked. I hope so.
Yeah.
Plus, he was looking in fantastic shape for the Gordon fight. So he'll not be the one who will be gassing out first.
Was he, bro? I think Gordon was making fun of him, no? That he only benches so much or
But
something.
you saw how ripped he was. Like that was the longest time that I've seen him so shredded.
Yeah.
Plus
yeah.
the insane workouts that he was doing with Andre Galvao. So that'll
Yeah.
definitely put him in the good shape.
Is he training at Atos for this camp, you think? Or
Let's see. I think the fight just got announced. So even Craig has not been in camp, right? He has been
Dude,
doing.
Craig's been chilling,
Yeah.
huh? He's been kind of
He's been
doing
living the retired life.
He's doing the podcast life, bro. That's what he's doing.
El
yeah.
segundo. El segundo. If you guys know my Spanish. Okay, so that is UFC Fight Pass.